hang on a second. How come the men? It's okay for the men to wear helmets, but not women. I want to know the answer to this. Will somebody please contact me and let me know? In the meantime, let's get on to our first guest tonight, who is in the difficult situation of having a reputation as a larrikin which threatens to outstrip his reputation as a footballer. And look at this. What a footballer. Look at him through the defence there. Sure, it's only Manly, but nonetheless, it's a hell of a try. Will you please welcome not only a good-time guy, but a very talented footballer indeed, the North Sydney, Queensland and Australian Rugby League 5/8, Peter Jackson. Jacko, welcome aboard.
The bag.
The bag? What about the bag?
I just didn't bring one. I just didn't bring one thing for the, what is it called?
Oh, God, holy relics.
The holy relics.
What have you... We got a football, great.
I got the packet of smokes that David Hill wouldn't let me smoke.
No, naughty.
I've got the footballer's dream, the can of beer.
That's a wet dream.
I've got the tights that I probably played my last test ever in.
Oh, really? Because, yes, you...
They might need a clean. In fact, they do.
That's funny. I didn't think you raised a sweat in that particular test.
And the boots I probably played my last test in too down in Melbourne.
So this is almost hanging up the boots.
Yeah,
oh,
basically.
Jacko. Well, no, you might get back.
No,
I
I'll
mean,
stay positive.
No, if they ever have a veterans Australian team, you'll get there.
Thank you.
Jacko, of the many stories told about you, which is your favourite?
Well, unfortunately, I suppose a lot of the funny stories that sort of you had to be there ones.
Oh. Well, let's pretend we're there.
Yeah, OK. I think in '86, when I was deciding to come to Sydney, I had a good offer from Canterbury and a good offer from Canberra. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, I was full of it. And I was sort of tossing up, so, you know, like, best thing to do when you're making a critical life decision is to get full of it. So I was tossing up what I should do, and I sort of said to myself, well, Sydney, I'm in Brisbane, and I'm full of it. I've got to get my life together. So I said, if I go to Sydney, it's all over. So I rang up Don Ferner at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, Don, I'm coming down.
You didn't say it exactly like that.
Yeah. So that was it, yeah.
That was it, and Don responded positively.
So you had to be there. That was about as funny as the war, that, wasn't it?
No, that was good.
You're glowing inwardly.
No, that was, yeah, absolutely. They're going internally berserk, to quote Elliot Goblet. Well, actually, a story I know about you, but I'd like you to relate, is bungee jumping with Wally Lewis. Yeah,
we went in New Zealand after the last test, Wally and I, and actually Jeff the Hitman Harding.
Name dropper.
Clunk. There it is.
Yes.
But, we all jumped off the Mount Smart Stadium where the Commonwealth Games were, which was pretty stupid, really.
Yeah, because was it water beneath you? What was...
No, it was concrete, yeah. Which even made it more stupid, really.
Yeah, very stupid. And weren't you supposed to be in Sydney playing football at that time?
No, I went away with the Australian team in '89, and I was basically there. I didn't play a test over there, so I don't know what I was doing there, basically.
Yeah, no, not at all. Well, that's what they said about you in the test in Melbourne. Now, Peter, you have played with and against Mal Meninga, son of Thor the Invincible. For those of you who don't know...
Thor?
Yeah.
Heard that one, haven't you?
Yes, for those of you who don't know... Hi, Ida, if you're watching tonight. For those of you who don't know Mal Meninga, he's built like any 4 human beings crammed together by some bizarre fusion experiment. How do you play against Mal Meninga? How do you stop him? Or is there a clause in your contract which says you don't have to tackle him if you don't feel like it?
Oh, I'd like to put it in. Actually, to be honest, and Mal will probably hate me saying this, I don't find playing against Mal that hard.
You too?
Yeah.
I'm glad, mate, because we can talk about this. He's easy.
Yeah. I sort of seem to have more trouble with the small, nippy guys than the big, sort of lumbering guys with tree trunks as legs.
Well, how do you
sort
stop
of thing?
Do you sort of
basically you've just
crocodile Dundee thing and just hypnotise him?
Yeah. Basically, you've just got to sort of put your body on the line, just throw your head at those legs, and hopefully you won't end up in hospital.
Strikes me as a remarkably stupid philosophy, throwing your head at legs like that.
Yeah, well, it is, actually. Yeah. That's how I got that.
But fortunately, you're well again. Actually, I mean, I'm afraid...
I've been fortunate. I haven't had to play against Mel that often because, as you know, Andrew, because you followed my career so closely over the last 10 years.
Yes.
I actually started playing with Mal in
South Brisbane, with Wayne Bennett as your coach.
Yes, Wayne. Oh, Barry Belcher.
And he thought I didn't know.
And then I played in Canberra, and I've only actually played about 2 games against him in 10 years. So.
Yeah, and the rumours are that it's because you're actually frightened of doing that. That's why you've moved to teams.
Well,
like
actually,
Mallows,
I played with him down in Canberra, and Gene Miles and Mal were the Queensland centre combination at the time, and I was sort of trying to crack in, get a start in there. And I thought the best way to go about it was one day down at Seaford Oval, I pushed him into the goalpost, he broke his arm, and I got 2 years in the State of Origin team.
Well done.
Yeah.
Now, that is what sport is all about, young people out there.
Help your mates out.
But it's not all fun. It's not all the fun of throwing your head at legs this big. I mean, it can get serious. You played half of last year, including that try we just saw earlier, with a horrendous groin injury, which, of course, only happens if you've got a horrendous groin. What was
Hard to lug around, I tell you.
Yeah.
Someone has to do it.
You should be playing basketball, not rugby league. Now, what was this injury and how did it affect you?
Oh, well, I won't go into the complexities of it, but basically it was just it was tendinitis of the groin. Overuse.
Overuse. but I actually don't wish to get crude here, but what is is it the actual groin or is it muscles inside?
Well, it's in there.
Yeah.
It's up in there.
Oh, God.
You want to see me scar?
No, not particularly.
People think it's a sex change operation, but I don't know.
Yeah, how many people, Jacko? I don't want to know about that. Now, obviously, that must be an incredibly painful injury. Well, here's a chance to be a hero. Just say yes.
Yeah, it's just annoying, I think. The worst thing about it was once you were warm, you could go all right, but as soon as you cooled down, at half-time, I used to have to keep jogging on the spot and to keep it warm, because once you cool down, it just cramps up and basically you can't run. And I used to get a shooting pain through to my back as well, which is,
No, I can only...
To play on, where's that camera? To play on like I did was quite an heroic effort.
Yeah, it was, and we're certainly very impressed. But it must be, it must be very hard for your wife, an injury like that. And I'm not meaning to be crude, but it must... I mean, aside from football, you can't jog on the spot all the time for your whole life to keep yourself warm.
Yeah. Oh, well, she's worked out a way.
All right, well, we won't go into that. Now, Jacko, rugby league...
She's in the green room too.
Hi, Siobhan. Rugby league is not just a game of brute force, it's a game of skill, and I'd like to put those skills to the test right now. You're a 5'8", your ball skills are legendary, according to your CV. So, would you be prepared to accept the live and sweaty pass the ball challenge?
Yeah, sure.
Roll graphic. It's a pretty simple concept. We invited her back tonight, not a forward, or else we could have been here all night explaining it.
This is the old Rex competition.
It is the old Rex competition.
Who's going to make the big elephant noise?
Well, Rex will, because he's behind there if you hit his ear. He'll make the noise, yes.
It would be pretty hard to miss his ear, wouldn't it?
Yeah, actually, the whole thing is modelled on his ear. It's a scale version of his ear, except it's slightly smaller.
All right, let's go.
OK, Colin.
What, 2 each?
You get 4. We're going to see if you can get all 4 through.
Well, you're not going to have a go.
Well, no,
it's not me against you.
OK, look, I'll have a go. You go first.
Right, 2 each, OK?
OK, 2 each. Peter Jackson, champion footballer. Good luck, mate. Jack!
That's what happens. That's what happens when you pass the ball at North Sydney.
And he's the playmaker of the team. Thanks very much, Jacko, for ruining the set. Peter Jackson. I just hit the light. Well, now it's over to our... Oh, this is fun. Now it's over to our political correspondent.